spiritual pussy
enthusiast.
pussy
enthusiast.
I am everything a god is, and a god is not.
And at the last from inner Egypt came the strange dark one to whom the fellas bowed. That wild beasts followed him and licked his hands. Beside him walked an offspring, part feline, part dread, a creature of shadows with eyes burning red. The legend of Nyarlathotep soon from the sea a noxious birth began. Forgotten lands with weedy spires of gold. The ground was cleft, and mad auroras rolled down on the quaking citadels of man, then crushing what he chanced to mold and play. The idiot chaos blew Earth's dust away. One, the feline heir of Nyarlathotep. In the dark, forgotten corners of the world, where ancient magics and eldritch powers linger, there existed a creature born of the enigmatic Nyarlathotep. This being, an offspring part feline and part dread, prowled the shadows of both the physical and metaphysical realms, weaving its own tales of horror and mystery. 2. The birth of Arath-Set. The entity known as Nyarlathotep, the crawling chaos, had walked the earth in myriad forms, sowing madness and chaos. From one of his ventures into the desolate sands of inner Egypt, he conceived an offspring with an ancient, primordial force that dwelt in the deep deserts. This offspring, named Arath-Set, inherited the cunning and grace of a feline, combined with the malevolent, intangible essence of its dark parent. Arath-Set was not just a creature of shadow and flesh, it was a living conduit to the nightmares of humanity. Its form was sleek and sinuous, with a coat as black as the void between stars, eyes that glowed with an inner fire, and claws that could rend both flesh and sanity. 3. The lair in the Wadi al-Hitan. Arath-Set made its lair in the Wadi al-Hitan, the Valley of the Whales, a place where the bones of ancient leviathans jutted from the sands, whispering secrets of epochs long past. The valley, already a place of eerie quiet and desolation, became even more forbidding with Arath-Set's presence. The few who ventured there spoke of a palpable sense of dread, an oppressive silence that smothered the air, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. At night, the valley came alive with unsettling sounds, whispers carried on the wind, the rustle of unseen movements, and the occasional, terrifying growl that echoed off the stone and sand. Arath-Set hunted in these nights, feeding on both the physical prey and the fears of any unfortunate enough to wander into its domain. 4. The cult of the feline dread. News of Arath-Set spread among the secretive and the damned, drawing the attention of a cult that worshipped Nyarlathotep and sought to gain favor with his progeny. These cultists, known as the Disciples of the Black Whisker, established a hidden temple within the valley, built from the bones of ancient creatures and adorned with glyphs of dark power. The disciples believed that by serving Arath-Set, they could glimpse the forbidden knowledge of the cosmos and gain power over their enemies. They offered sacrifices, both human and beast, to the feline dread, performing rituals to summon its presence and earn its favor. In return, Arath-Set granted them visions of madness and glimpses into the dark truths that lay beyond the veil of reality. 5. The Whispering Prophecy. One night under a moonless sky, Arath-Set revealed to its most devoted follower, a high priestess named Naima, a prophecy of doom. In a trance, Naima saw visions of the earth cracking open, cities consumed by fire and shadow, and the stars falling from the sky. Arath-Set's voice, a deep, resonant purr, spoke of the return of the great old ones and the end of the age of man. Driven by this revelation, the cult intensified their efforts, seeking to hasten the coming apocalypse. They spread chaos and fear, believing it would pave the way for the return of Nyarlathotep and his kin. 6. The Eternal Prowl. Arath-Set continued to stalk the Wadi al-Hitan and beyond, a living embodiment of nightmare and dread. It roamed not just the physical world, but the dreams of humanity, slipping into the subconscious of those who dared to ponder the dark mysteries of existence. Legends of a shadowy feline with burning eyes persisted, whispered in hushed tones by those who had seen too much and knew too well the horrors that lurked just beyond the edge of perception. And thus, the legacy of Nyarlathotep and his offspring, Arath-Set, endured, a reminder of the thin veil that separates our world from the chaos that lies in wait.